For the last couple of days now, people have been asking me throughout the course of the week, Heel Steven, what's your thoughts on TNA right now? What's been going on? And I've been hearing this for days and days now. Facebook PMs, tweets, even, YouTube IMs as well. Even people on this, people that I work with that are wrestling fans, that know that I make YouTube videos, been asking me, hey Steve, what's your thoughts on TNA, man? Do you think they're gonna, fall or whatever? So I decided, you know what? I was actually gonna wait for the Gut Check podcast to talk about this, but nonetheless, I decided, you know what? Let's talk about this right now. So for this, I brought along someone that can help me in on this as well, that may have the same sort of feeling that I have with this topic. So without further ado, please say who you are. That's gonna help me in this whole recording as we speak.
Well, NonLegitWrestling.
Yeah, that's right. Once again, the two-man power team coming back at you again. How you been, man?
I've been good.
Yeah, man, it's been a while, but nonetheless, I'm sure you've heard the same shit as well. Oh, TNA about to go out of business. TNA's in deep shit. TNA's about to fold, yo. Fuck TNA. I'm sure you heard the same thing.
Yeah, we all have.
And again, we want to state the following: we don't hate TNA. So for those of you who think that, oh my god, they're gonna fucking, these guys are gonna destroy TNA for no reason whatsoever. No, we're not gonna do that. What we're gonna do here is give you guys our thoughts on the current TNA product. Consider this like the state of TNA by the founders of Team Heel.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add to this, before we get into this,
Once we talk about
Knowledge Wrestling.
Yeah. Once we talk about
anything you want to add on to this before we begin?
Yeah, I was saying once we talk about TNA, no one should really get offended or anything.
Exactly, because again, we don't hate it. We watch it on the sense that it's professional wrestling nonetheless. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah.
So where should we begin with? Where do we start?
We could start with the talents getting released.
Yeah, apparently a bunch of talent got released. Guys such as Crimson, Christian York, I believe as well recently Tara, Dox, Joey Ryan, which I'm kind of but whatever with that. And I believe as well mostly the Gut Check people as well. But here's my thing with this, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna let go of so many talent, but yet people like Brooke Hogan make $75,000 a week.
Wow.
To an extent.
That's crazy. I mean, they always pay the people who don't wrestle. The people the Hogans and stuff, and the Stings, the Bischoffs. They pay them big money that every other wrestler is like, fuck. So
exactly, like people like the AJ Styles, the Austin Aries, even the Hulk Hogan's, for crying out loud. Even he's missing payment.
Yeah, he's getting.
Did you hear about that? He apparently did not get paid, in time and shit. And here's the thing, right? To any wrestling promotion that hires Hulk Hogan, whatever it may be, if you miss payment on Hulk Hogan, that is a big no-no.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You cannot do that to Hulk Hogan. And the fact that Hulk Hogan still sticks around is beyond me.
Yeah, he's doing TNA a favor.
Exactly, yeah. Because I'll give this, people want to talk shit about Hogan. Oh, Hogan's doing this, Hogan's doing that. I kind of see where they're coming from, but you got to remember, Hulk Hogan is still a figure in the world of professional wrestling, in the sense that he put the shit on the map. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's still kind of keeping it alive, even though it's not drawing them a lot. He's still, just making it stick around.
If it wasn't for Hulk Hogan right now, there wouldn't be pro wrestling as we speak wouldn't be where it's at right now.
Yeah, that too.
You know what I mean? And people need to really understand that. Yes, people may not agree with what Hogan has done in the past, but you got to remember, you can't really, how do I put this? You can't judge based on what you see. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's the reason why WWE is still continuing and stuff because he was the star back then, and he
Yeah,
passed it on to for newer generations.
exactly. I agree with that 100%, and people need to understand that, you know. But nonetheless, as far as Brooke Hogan goes, listen, the reason why she's in TNA is because, well, she needs an allowance. That's the bottom line of it. And apparently TNA and their misfortune, they decided to pay her $75,000 a week. From what last time I checked.
Oh my god.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you pay her that, but you got people like again like Brooke Tessmacher, Austin Aries, Chris Sabin, AJ Styles missing on their payments. You don't do shit like
Yeah.
that. Again, and apparently they're losing money. They're on the road now. I mean, this is a precaution they should have taken.
Yeah, they should have thought about it more clearly before. When they were in Impact Zone, they should have really thought about it hard. Like going on the road, that costs a lot of money, and even if they're going to like smaller venues, it's still got to pay them a lot.
Indeed, yeah. Here's my thoughts on this. This is my point of view of it. Okay, because at the end of the day, whatever happens with TNA, it falls on the hands of Dixie Carter. She is the president of this company. Am I correct?
Yep.
She is the president of TNA, Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, or Impact Wrestling, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And here's my point of view on Dixie Carter. And for anyone out there that gets offended for what I'm about to say, take it however you want. Okay. But to me, when I look at Dixie Carter, I don't look at someone who is passionate or is a fan of the wrestling business. I feel like she is a businesswoman, and I feel like she is someone that saw the wrestling business as an easy way of making money. And yes, she has, but I'm assuming that she never thought in her wildest dreams that this situation that she's in right now with this company would happen to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like she wanted. Yeah, she's a businesswoman. She's mostly a businesswoman. That's where she studied in business, and that's that's her main goal was just to own a business and make money out of it. Like I don't think she was a true wrestling fan, like you said, but like she found a way to. Because without if she wasn't the president, TNA what they would be fucked, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, apparently,
Yeah.
from our understanding, Jeff Jarrett, they came into Chicago with this proposal and she accepted. And I believe her father owns Panda Energy, right?
Yeah, and Panda owns TNA.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, it goes back on all to that. I truly feel that Dixie Carter just looked at the wrestling business as an easy way of making money. She probably saw the WWE and she saw how it worked for Vince McMahon, and bam, she saw dollar signs
Yes.
all around. So when this company TNA came around back in the early 2000s, bam, she saw dollar signs that she can make easily right away. And again, I feel like TNA right now, it needs improvement. Yes, we watch the product, but unlike the other diehard TNA fans that are in denial, we will admit that this company needs work. This company needs improvement.
It does.
Exactly. Like, how the fuck? All right, you have a TV show, Destination X, on free television, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you think of Destination X, you think of the X Division, right?
Yep.
You think of the guys such as the Kazarians, the AJ Styles, the
Christopher
Chris Sabin,
Daniels.
the Pete Williams, the Sanjay Dutts, the who else? That I didn't mention.
Christopher Daniels.
Christopher Daniels, Kazarian, Austin Aries. Pretty much every X Division person that's competed in TNA. Okay.
Yeah.
And you think of all that, you think of Ultimate X, right?
Yep. The Ultimate X match.
How the fuck do you not have an Ultimate X match at Destination X, which is beyond me?
Yeah.
And you schedule a number one contenders match for the newly crowned X Division title for the next week's episode of Impact. Do you know what that's like?
What?
The equivalent to that, right, is having at WrestleMania, right? Instead of having a world title match and a WWE title match, what you have is number one contender matches, and the winner of each match faces each champion, right, at the Raw after Mania.
Yeah, exactly. But what sucks about it is that this Destination X didn't have much time. It's not really an actual pay per view. It's 2 hours and with commercials. What they could have done is cut out some segments, like the opening segment. We really didn't need that. The main event Mafia segment wasn't too much needed either. Like without at least one of those segments, you could have put in the Ultimate X match.
Exactly, yeah, like, Bully Ray saying the same shit every
Yeah,
fucking week. You
it's
know
repetitive.
who I am. I'm Bully Ray. I'm the world champion. Chris Sabin, you have no chance. I don't want to talk to Brooke. The main event Mafia had no chance to get the ace. It's always the same shit.
Crap.
Did you notice that? Like,
Yeah.
he pretty much said the same shit in the last opening show what he said this week.
Yeah, I mean that's TNA just trying to get their champion in a segment, and
Here's another thing that gets me. Alright, so Chris Sabin won the TNA World title, right?
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
People complain about Bully Ray being the world champion, even though Bully Ray is old as fuck, right?
mhm,
But when someone new wins the belt, people still complain.
exactly.
I don't get it. Listen, I get the fact that, you know what, when you look at Chris Sabin, the words world heavyweight champion don't come to mind.
Nope.
I understand that. But it's something new. I mean, would you rather have Jeff Hardy hold the belt, even though Jeff Hardy's been numerous times TNA World Champion, and the guy's, with all due respect, but he's way past his prime?
Nope. I don't. Nope. No Jeff Hardy.
Or Kurt Angle? Don't get me wrong,
No.
Kurt Angle's still at this stage of the game. He's still, he's still one of the best. You know what I mean? Let's come on.
But he's a veteran now. He doesn't really need it.
Exactly, didn't need the belt anymore. Or Sting.
Sting.
What other option could you really take right now?
You gotta start pushing the young talent. I mean, Chris Sabin's not the youngest, but
compared to these guys,
yeah, compared to the other guys, yeah,
he's fucking young as fuck.
He
Not
is
compared to
pretty
all
young.
these guys.
But he's been there for a long time now, and he wrestled in a ton of like good matches even with the Motor City Machine Guns, and a lot of X Division matches. They felt like it was time for him to elevate, coming off 2 injuries too. And it's like for every Sabin fan, it was a feel good moment once they won. I mean, and people are
Yeah, it was. It was a feel good moment. Yes, something new. It's something new for TNA. Let's put it this way, right? If Chris Sabin didn't win on Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Do you think TNA would have had a 1 point? I think it was 1.12, right?
A
1 point. Whatever rating it was.
Well, I think it was a 1.2. Like it got estimated to a 1.2.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think TNA would have had that rating if Bully Ray would have won the match?
Nope, that shit would have went down. Like, same old shit.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, do I think do I think the Ace and the main event Mafia angle need to be nicked? Yes.
Yeah.
They need to think outside the box. They need to, again, get rid of shit that they don't need anymore. And one of them being Dixie Carter. I'm sorry, but Dixie Carter needs to go.
She does, and even though she kept it alive.
Yeah, you keep it alive all you want, but I mean,
there needs to be someone else that should be in charge.
Someone that has the knowledge for the wrestling business,
and it's also good as a business. That's how Vince is basically. He doesn't. A lot of things Vince does is kind of stupid too, but he's a good businessman, and sometimes he has his backup like Triple H, who's doing well recently with the talent. Like Triple H, a lot of people don't like him either, but he's the reason why some of these young talents are getting pushes now.
Yeah, like Seth Rollins,
Yeah.
Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns. Even though I don't really look at the Shield as over right now.
Yeah, because they're kind of like
In between the
in
like
the
mid
mid
card
card
status,
now.
but
Yeah.
nonetheless, they're getting pushed. They're getting these
Yeah,
pushes and
they
shit.
still got the title and stuff.
I think what TNA really needs to do is start bringing in guys from the indies, like big names, like a Kevin Steen or Davey Richards, or even a Roderick Strong, or a Johnny Gargano, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, they would have to get rid of some talent.
Start bringing in guys that people would be interested in watching. You know, start bringing in guys that as fans we would love to see. Even guy like like a Drake Younger or Adam Cole.
Just bring
You know,
someone interesting.
exactly. Start bringing in these guys that people would love to see on television.
No, but they'd rather want the aces and eights.
Exactly.
The West Briscoes and the Garrett Bischoffs.
It's funny, right? All right, and let's get into that topic now. Apparently, right? I think it was yesterday. There was a live event.
Yeah.
Somewhere I think in Missouri.
Missouri, yeah, some city.
Yeah, Garrett, Missouri. If we mispronounce the name of the town, we apologize. All right.
Whatever. Yeah.
But this is from WrestleZone.com, and I'm gonna read you guys the full report. All right. And this is what we're talking about, where TNA is fucking up as well. And when they plan these live events and shit, stick to what you're gonna promote. All right.
Yeah.
And I quote. Another potentially embarrassing story for TNA Wrestling this weekend, as fans sending in reports from Garrett, Missouri, reveal the brand new world champion Chris Sabin wasn't even booked to wrestle following some rather ambiguous, I pronounce the word, but oh well, paperwork issues claimed by the company, according to one source who spent nearly $70 on a VIP experience that should have granted him front row seats and an exclusive behind the scenes meet and greet. There was no organization whatsoever throughout the night when it came to lines. Apparently, whatever paperwork holding up the organization kept him so busy. The fans waiting for a 5:30 p.m. autograph signing were delayed a full hour without any indication. Well, where am I? Any indication from TNA as the problem.
Wow.
As to the problem. You do not do this in this heat. I'm sorry, but you do not keep your fans waiting for an hour or some change.
That is, yeah, especially if it's hot outside. Like, I don't know what's wrong with them.
Now, listen, if it's WrestleMania Access, I understand. Access. We were there.
Those are long ass lines.
Those are long lines and people that are coming in from all over the world. But this is a TNA live event. Come on, you do not keep people waiting for a live event.
Yeah, it's just a regular house show. It won't even be televised.
Exactly. And I feel bad for that guy who spent $70 for VIP.
He got fucked over.
Yeah, exactly. No more to that. More to this. 5:30 came around and nothing. No doors opening. No nothing. Some people were pulling on the door, some voicing their displeasure. It was a hot and stuffy day to begin with. Everyone growing more frustrated by the minute. One woman got so sick from the heat and waiting that she threw up a good amount.
Wow, what the fuck?
You do not want a woman to throw up in this heat. I'm sorry. That's a big no-no. After waiting in the heat, the many disappointed fans stuck in line were then told that 5 TNA wrestlers were unable to compete. The list included world champion Chris Sabin, Gail Kim, Brooke Tessmacher, Wes Briscoe, and Garrett Bischoff. Okay, let's be honest here. No one really gives a fuck about Garrett Bischoff or Wes Briscoe.
Yeah, no one. Yeah,
no one gives a fuck about them.
They're just not over, and they're just.
They never will be. The only reason why they're there because they're parents. Bottom line. But you do not have an event, and you do not not promote your world champion. That's a big no-no as well.
Yeah, that's basically your new face of the company.
Yeah, exactly. You're not gonna promote him on this live
Nah, he's not
event.
gonna be in the card. That's stupid.
Gail Kim, Brooke Tessmacher, come on.
Yeah, those are two of your top divas. Well,
Knockouts.
knockouts, not
Knockout, not
divas.
divas. They're knockouts.
Knockouts.
Alright, there's more to this. TNA apparently spent the final hour before the opening bell retooling the night script as only 8 wrestlers were left to perform at the company's first ever show in Iredell, Missouri. As we detailed in our match results from this weekend's events, half of the remaining stars worked double duty to make up for the lack of talent.
Oh my god.
Oh my! Can you just
8
imagine? Like, oh my
wrestlers.
god, people doing double duty and they're not even getting paid. Fuck.
They're getting paid like a week later
Exactly.
for
Yeah.
all the matches.
Listen again. Some of you guys probably thinking, "Oh, we're making fun of TNA." No, we're just being realistic
No.
as fuck right now.
That's what really happened.
Exactly. Whether you want to admit it or not.
That's
They
what
did not.
happened.
Now here's more to this. They did not attempt to make up for all the dissatisfaction. However, offering special deals at the merch tables, described as less than tempting. The exclusive meet and greet was pushed back until after the show and was made open to everyone who purchased a ticket to the night's event, no matter what price level. Those who bought the special VIP package were instead offered a free in-ring picture with Jeff Hardy as well. Although these incentive,
Incentives.
incentives would cause even more chaos. Get this, here's the funny part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fans could pay $20 to get a picture with Jeff Hardy as well. The VIP customers who shelled out almost 70 and were guaranteed first dibs at the meet and greet were being pushed back for people who were paying on the spot, said our source. I spent near 2 hours before the show to meet these wrestlers and was forced to wait behind people who did not pay the VIP package. Backstage, most of the wrestlers who performed stuck around to sign autographs and meet with the fans. Some happy to be meeting their heroes, others frustrated by the long wait and disorganization. One person attended the show was actually laughed at by a TNA employee when he asked where the lines began for autographs. I felt really bad for everyone who tried to make sense of all the chaos. I saw people who had waited 15 minutes for an autograph get pushed aside for people who just walked up. It was disappointing, to say the least. Your thoughts on all this?
Shit, I wish. I'm glad I didn't go there, but damn,
You
how
know,
can you do that? You can't just. You pushing people who paid this early, this VIP thingy, and the people who are paying right now are gonna get first dibs. That makes no sense. They shouldn't even be in the meet and greet in the first place. The reason they got a chance to be in this meet and greet is because they fucked it up with the 5 talents not wrestling.
here's my thing with this, and I've heard a lot of people throughout their videos complaining about TNA live events. Even Monoxide 1 2 3 4 4 5 5. He even said in a video a couple years ago how he went to a TNA event in Rahway, New Jersey, where I'm from, literally,
Yeah.
and he talked about how disorganized it was. How like the meet and greet is like remember when you and I went to ROH
Yeah.
for Supercard of Honor 7? There was the meet and greet there. You go in, you got to take a line, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much for a TNA autograph sign, to my understanding, what it is, you go up, you say you want, let's say, I don't know, Ken Anderson, or like, let's say, who's the dick right now in TNA that? All right, Jesse Goddard, for example, right? To get you an autograph, what they would do, they would grab your program, right? The program book, whatever it is,
Yeah,
right?
the program. Book.
And they just sign it, but they just give it back to you, and that'd be the end of it.
The fuck?
Yeah, at least for ROH, remember, the guys try to like speak to you, build a
Yeah, they
conversation.
greeted you and they said how you doing and stuff.
Even Kevin Steen, for the first one I met him, like you remember that day, I fucking panicked. Like, I was panicking. Anyone who doesn't believe technology wrestling, he'll tell you, yeah, he was Steven panicked that day. Yeah, I did. And
nervous.
again, he's a humble person. He built conversation with you. They won't do that.
They just sign the program and leave. Even at
Exactly.
Access, sometimes they kind of did that, but they said some words to you.
No, I can't understand access because again,
Yeah, it's a long lines.
it's a
Yeah.
long line. Even though I will say this access was more disorganized than others. Well, this was
Well,
our
that's
first
because it,
access session, but still, this was probably the most disorganized
yeah,
one.
because it was in an arena and it was
What
just
happened?
because of the arena thing.
Yeah, exactly. The whole arena and shit.
Yeah, it was weird.
But nonetheless, I mean, listen, again, we don't hate TNA. We would love to see this company succeed. Not succeed to surpass the WWE, but then again, you never know. But what we're trying to say is we want this company to finally wake up from the bullshit that they're in right now and at least make some sort of a comeback.
Yeah, because right now they're fucked. I mean, the show, like product wise, it's fine. It's not shitty right now. It's not like I can barely watch the show. The show's fine right now. We'll see. We'll see what happen. We'll see what happens next. But they're fucking up. They're not paying their talents on time. They got to release talents. And with the live events, things aren't looking good for TNA.
It's not. I mean, again, in a perfect world, everything would go well. But again, it goes back to what I'm saying, though, right? We were talking about this earlier today. There's people right now, and they know who they are. I'm not gonna say their names. They made videos on TNA. Oh, we're gonna boycott TNA. We're gonna say fuck TNA. There's this guy I have him as a friend on Facebook. I'm not gonna say his name, but I'm sure he knows who he is. Okay. Every time there's an impact, he'll always go on Facebook and Twitter and talk shit about TNA. Okay.
Yeah.
But yet he is the biggest WWE fan you'll ever fucking meet, or even see in this case, right?
Yeah.
Put it this way: if you were to down talk John Cena, oh my god, he would probably get his G string in a bunch. Let's put it that way. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And he always talks shit about TNA. Oh, fuck TNA. Why people watch TNA? We don't know. Go to hell, TNA. Just die already. Here's my thing, alright? Listen, everyone out there is entitled to their own opinion. Everyone is entitled to their own point of view. Everyone has, a saying, whatever it may be, okay?
Yeah.
But if there's something that you hate, alright, why talk about it? Constantly.
I don't know what's wrong. Like, this isn't just TNA. Like, in general, people do this to, like, other things.
Exactly.
Like shows.
For example, there's a show I used to hate back then called Jersey Shore. They don't air anymore, but I used to hate the show. But I never talk shit about it, cause I didn't give a fuck about it, you know what I mean? I didn't give a fuck to the point where I want to talk about it, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, people will say, oh, yo, fuck TNA, screw TNA. Again, it's okay to hate something, but to constantly talk about it, grow the fuck up.
Yeah, you're just like making yourself look like a fucking dick and shit.
Exactly. Like, you're making yourself look like this fucking, like you want to actually give a shit.
Yeah, like the more they talk about it, the more they actually kind of care about it, because they won't.
Have you seen the videos that were put on YouTube? In the last couple of days.
About TNA.
It's about TNA. Yeah, about TNA.
And how Chris Sabin sucks and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, how it's easy to say someone sucks, but they won't say he sucks to their face.
Exactly.
You know, it's easy for some internet mark right now to say someone sucks. You know, oh, you suck. You'll never do this. You'll never do that. But let's see you say it to their face.
They won't. They won't say anything to them.
Exactly. Again, it goes back to what I'm saying. Like, wrestling fans can't be fucking pleased. They can't be satisfied. You guys complain about Bully Ray being world champion, but yet someone new wins the belt, and oh my god, everyone wants to bitch all of a sudden.
Yeah, like the YWC is known for complaining about everything, not just in TNA, even in WWE. You know,
Exactly,
it's
yeah.
just ridiculous. You can't please the wrestling
Exactly,
community.
yeah. You can't. People can't be pleased in this community. People cannot be pleased. People can't be satisfied. I mean, wake up and smell the coffee already. Fuck. Anything you want to add on to this before we shut this down?
Um, I just hope TNA gets their shit, straightened out. Um, what else can they do? They can't. They just be more organized, and maybe they should. They can't even go back to the impact zone because
They
it's
can't.
getting
They can't go back
used.
to the Impact Zone right now because apparently the Impact is going to be remodeled
Yeah,
for the physical WWE Hall of Fame.
yeah. Well, right now, I think they're using it too. I don't. They're fucked basically, but I hope they find some way to
I
just
go back to the
fix it up.
Asylum in Nashville.
Oh gosh, I don't think
You know
they
what I mean?
want to do that. Most of their wrestlers reside in Florida.
Yeah, most of them were Florida, yeah, but it's one of those things where, hey, you hear about this one as well. Apparently, people within TNA are complaining to people from to the WWE about what's going on in TNA. You hear about that one as well?
Yeah, I did. Wow, yeah, fuck.
But that's pretty much what we want to say about this. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. I mean, we're gonna be honest. Well, I'm gonna be honest about this. I don't know about you, knowledge of wrestling, but do I see TNA lasting at this rate? Within a year or two, I see it going out of business.
Uh, yeah, if they keep on doing this, if they are spending so much money on these live the TV tapings too. With the TV tapings, they gotta pay the owners of the venues, and it's not cheap. And if they keep on doing it and they're not
And
getting anything
they
in
don't even
return,
sell out the arena.
yeah, and they don't sell out the arenas. They gotta they get what, not even half of the arena full.
Yeah, exactly. That's like times shit dark and shit.
Yeah, and what else? Well, I forgot what I was gonna say. If you don't get a return on that, if you don't make any profit or money from that, whatever, it's just not worth it. You have to just do what you were doing earlier and go. It's just staying in one location, sadly, because now you don't even have enough to pay your talent, and not just that, but you're paying mad money to people who aren't even wrestling. They're just on air figures.
Yeah, again, to go back to what we said. We hope this shit gets fixed.
Yeah,
We hope that, because again, competition is good.
it is. But right now,
You know what I'm saying?
WWE,
Yeah,
they're
obviously,
just
listen,
conquering it.
WWE, to quote Boston Fan 79, and I agree with this 100%, the WWE is the New York Yankees of professional wrestling. Okay?
Yeah,
The WWE is like the FC Barcelona of pro wrestling.
they're like a monopoly, basically.
Yeah, they're like the monopoly. They're the big dogs. They're like it's like that one store that you go to the mall that you wish you could work at and shit, and you wish you can shop at every time.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what the WWE is. And again, I will say this: at one time, I did feel that TNA had a better product than WWE. Back in 2007, when every pay-per-view you had Samoa Joe versus Kurt Angle, and they were still in the show.
Yeah, they had a way better year than
At
WWE.
that time, I thought
Yeah,
TNA was doing better than WWE,
everyone did. Well, most
and
people.
I digress with that. I know that's pretty much what we have to say about this. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section below.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to drop a beta response, hey, go ahead. And as always, I'm Heel Steven. You can follow me on Twitter at Heel Steven and subscribe to this channel where you're watching this humble little state of the TNA union as we speak from right now.
I'm NonLegitWrestling. You can follow me on Twitter at HeyWalter and subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/NonLegitWrestling.
And this Tuesday, we will have the Team Heel Gut Check podcast where mostly we will discuss more about TNA with Unigamer661. And if we're lucky as well, Gavin Knotts will reappear again and we'll get his input. Because we always want to get the international point of view as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But nonetheless, it is what it is. And until Tuesday, we'll catch y'all later. Peace!
Peace.